What are compliments guys like to receive? I feel safe around you, and any compliment about wisdom. Looks are also good, but I'm not a fan of I like your hair because of personal experiences. Damn shame, since my hair really is nice. Once had a girlfriend say she never felt more safe than when I was holding her. That was really nice to hear. One time I was with my girlfriend at her parents' house for a family get-together, and her brother, who abused her as a child, showed up unexpectedly and started shit because he was high, and when she told him he had to leave, he started trying to walk her down. I was across the yard when I saw that and was making my way to her already, but when he did that I might as well teleported to her. I stepped between them and put my hand on his chest and started gently but firmly pushing him back and told him to calm the fuck down, otherwise I'd remove him myself. Consequences be damned. I hated this piece of shit for what he did to her, so I was happy to ruin my reputation in her family to put hands on him when he swung on me. Long story short, we got into it and I ended up dragging him off the property by the neck. Later that night in bed, my girlfriend was laying with her head on my chest and she looked at me and said, I only felt brave enough to stand up to him because I knew you were there, so no matter what I was safe. And that is the only time I cried because of a compliment, because it was so important to me after the life she had that she felt safe around me, and I went to such huge lengths to foster that security, so for her to verbalize it meant more to me than all the material wealth in the world ever could. You smell nice, love that. My MIL told me once, oh, you smell really nice. It made me kinda blush. BC, she's a New Yorker and really opinionated, but she rarely gives out compliments. Won't ever forget what I was wearing. Tom Ford ombre leather. Nice shirt. I still think about the time a bartender said nice shirt bro, like 5 years ago every time I wear the shirt. True. 8 years ago I got, wow, that's a badass t-shirt, man, from an employee at Whole Foods. Never forgot. If a girl compliments something a guy is wearing, that item automatically moves to the top of the list when choosing what to wear. My wife once told me the jeans I was wearing looked good on me, so I bought that exact style of jeans for the next 5 years until they quit making them. I've been tempted to learn how to sew before just to maintain a bit of clothing that was deteriorating, which I was complimented on like 2+ years beforehand. Didn't end up having the time to do so, but did learn a lot more about cooking and first aid, which has been fun. Maybe I should ask my mom to teach me some things about sewing sometime soon. Seems like a useful, rewarding, and financially beneficial skill to learn. We were talking about our safe spaces and he was telling me about how he likes driving me around because he loves working on his car and his car is his safe space. So I told him honestly that I like him driving me around because other people driving me around makes me anxious, and he legitimately almost cried. Other people driving does make me anxious. I can't drive. Being in a vehicle makes me super nervous because of my anxiety disorder and my disability. This man has left his truck between gears, popped open the door, gotten out of the truck and walked beside it for like 5 feet. And then hopped back in like nothing happened, and smiled at me, and I still felt alright with him driving me around, because I trust him. When he had his super janky old ass truck, he pulled the keys out of the ignition while driving and handed them to me and told me, here, hold these for me, and smiled like an idiot while I sat there processing what he'd just done and proudly explained to me why he was able to do that. I fucking hate being in cars with other people. Seeing cars move around me scares the crap out of me because of my anxiety. His car is his safe space. He is my safe space. Explaining to him that cars freak me out and watching the gears turn in his head as he realized that he was a special case for me to feel safe with was so fucking wholesome. This is beautiful. I hope you too go the distance. The unfortunate cycle is men don't get a lot of compliments, so some will take platonic compliments from women as us hitting on them or showing interest, leading to uncomfortable misunderstandings and reactions, leading to women being wary of complimenting men. Easiest solutions to this: normalize platonic affection and praise. Don't assume because someone is complimenting you that they're into you. Guys complimenting guys more. I see a lot of men place the onus and blame on women for not complimenting them more. But TBH, most of the compliments I've gotten throughout my life have been from other straight women. It's very normal for women to hype each other up, strangers and friends alike. Would be cool if guys did this for each other too. This is definitely true. I'm a woman, and I was out at a bub country show last week and 2 women told me how much they loved my leggings. And I will say things about clothes or haircut etc. to women or men. It's like it's normal for a woman to tell another woman they look good without it meaning anything more than that. I am 35, was riding the train home from work last year. It was packed, when this girl about 18 to 20 taps my shoulder. She was listening to an iPod. I turn to face her and she pulls out an earphone and says, I just wanted to tell you I really like your shoes. I grinned because she was pretty hot and said thank you, I really like them too. She smiled and put her earphone back in, and that was that. I was beaming for the rest of the day. A very simple compliment but made me feel great. Last Thursday I saw a guy on a train who had the prettiest blue eyes I'd ever seen. I wanted to tell him, but I didn't want the ride to be weird, so I didn't. Now I'm regretting that decision. Your girlfriend is beautiful. Melody to my ears. I got this one while walking with a female friend, who I certainly agree is stunningly beautiful and totally married, my best friend's wife. It made me feel great because even though she was not my girlfriend, it seemed like the person was saying you seem like the well-put-together type of guy that could get a girl as beautiful as your friend there. That was about 3 months ago. Still waiting. That's exactly what I was thinking back then. Funny thing is that it was 3 hours after I met her. I owe this guy. Best random wingman ever. You matter. Seriously, adult life blows. Most men live menial day-to-day jobs being treated like crap and not really getting anywhere with their lives and come home to somebody who in my mind at some point in time I thought it was be worth it to deal with this shit for. Hearing that I matter to someone makes it worth it. Anytime a woman does something for my benefit makes me feel nice. Not that I mind at all, but I usually am the one doing things. Dig the car out of the snow, the last piece of pizza, whatever. I'm happy to do so and nobody has ever asked. You know, you feel good when they feel good. So, if any sacrifice is made for my benefit, it is noticed and very appreciated. At one point, I ran the front office for a small company, and this woman called in with a diagnostic question that I was able to answer, which was nice. Afterwards, she asked if I was a service technician, and I responded as I always did with no, I just run the front office. Once I said that, she kind of snapped at me, in a nice way, which was different, and said you don't just run the front office, what you do is important, and where would people like me be without someone over there handling all of the work that needs to be done behind the scenes? Give yourself more credit than that. Just a couple quick sentences, said sincerely. It might not seem like much on paper, but I'd rate that as one of the most esteem-boosting moments of my adult life. You're the only decent guy I know, said to me by my GF, her mom, a few of her friends, and one of her friends' moms. For someone with no confidence, it's nice. I remember meeting my GF's mom for the first time. She gave me a lift home, and after I got dropped off, my GF texted me saying, I think my mom likes you a lot. I spoke like 2 words. Wow, my SO's mom thinks I'm a godless heathen that should stay away from her daughter. Lucky bastard. For some reason, most of my girlfriend's parents have all liked me and thought I was a polite, respectable young man. Long hair, piercings, and an inability to stop cursing have all had zero impact to them. Even after some of them walked in on me plowing their daughters, they still had this strange impression that I was the nicest, best-mannered man imaginable. It's really amazing what a little bit of listening and a sincere-sounding compliment or two will accomplish. Anything will do, but if you focus on the guy's hobbies/interests/skills, then you'll really make him feel good. For example, I love to tell stories. When out with strangers, having a mutual friend get me to tell one, for one thing, helps me break the ice. But when someone there says, wow, that was a great story, or even just gives me that wide-eyed I'm really paying attention look, it validates that I am good at what I like to do, which makes me feel great. I absolutely love it when a guy is so focused on the certain thing he's doing or talking about, something that they're so passionate about even if it's something I have zero knowledge on, like, I don't know, thermodynamics. It makes me happy to listen intently and watch them explain things with so much enthusiasm because it's infectious. Smiley face. It's good to hear that this is a good thing. We were having a few drinks a Saturday afternoon and she said you're like a hole in the river. I cocked my head and muttered huh, with a smile. People can sail right over you without ever knowing how deep, warm, and amazing you are. I just want to swim in you. I can't think of a nicer thing anyone has ever said to me. Guys like compliments on the things they want to be noticed. I'm old now, mid-30s, but when I was younger I loved compliments. I have nice muscular, but not bulky arms. It used to make my day when I would get compliments about my arms. I have a somewhat long nose. I have had women tell me how attractive it was. I hated it growing up, and didn't enjoy the compliment. I have been told I have nice chest hair. I'm not very hairy, but I have stone. The compliment threw me off guard and I didn't know how to respond. Men, like women, are different, but generally good compliments are handsome, much better than hot, nice, thoughtful. Being genuine goes a long way. And if you are intimate with a guy and he has an average penis, don't mention it. Guys don't like hearing about the penis, usually. They have enough insecurities about it from their own head. And what kind of compliments you would like to receive in your address, write in the comments. It will be interesting to read your stories. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and click bye.